Hi everyone. In this lesson I'll show you how to create a simple video player using Python programming language by using a library called OpenCV. The OpenCV library is a computer vision library from Python libraries, and that library has many useful functions for images, for videos, and many more. Also, that library is free to use. It's an open source library. Now let's get started. First of all, we need to install that library using the pip package here inside the Jupyter Notebook. Let's install it first. That command or that statement, pip install opencv-python, will collect that library opencv-python. This command here will download and install that library inside the Jupyter Notebook, so you can use it for free and you can use it for anything you wish. After installing it, you can import it and you can use any function from that library. Feel free to do that. At the beginning of our video player program, you need to use the import statement first to import the CV2 library. We are gonna use that library. Just import it first at the beginning, exactly as you can see. It's like importing any library. I will show you how to import that library, and also I will show you another importing example for the NumPy library after that. You can see the needed library is the CV2 for our program. You must import it using the import statement, exactly as you can see. Also, you can put an alias for that library if you wish. Exactly as we did after that for the NumPy library, you can use an alias for the CV2 library exactly as we did here for the NumPy. We used the import statement to import the NumPy library first, followed by the as keyword to rename that library, and after that, for that numerical Python library, we set a new name. That new name is MP. That's it. You can do the same thing for CV2 if you wish. And if you want to use the same name for the library CV2, exactly as we will do in this example, try to do that also. That's it. From the CV2 library, we are gonna use a function. This function is called video capture function. And this function to open the video file. Let's use it. You can see our operation here, cv2.videoCapture, and the name of our file from the current location here. This video is called fun, and the extension for that video is mp4. This is a video file, and we assign this operation from the right side to a variable on the left side, new capture. This is the name of the variable, and the video capture function from the CV2 library is used to open a video file. Also, you can open image file sequence or a capturing device. Also, you can use it to open an IP video stream for video capturing and many more. This is a very useful function for opening video files. Our next step here is to check if the video file is opened successfully or not. We use the conditional if statement here to do that, and we have a function here. This function is called isOpened, and this function returns true if video capturing has been initialized already. And in that case, you can see we used the variable called new capture, refers to our operation cv2.videoCapture for our video file from the current working directory, followed by the dot notation, followed by that function. And if this operation is equal to false, if the file is not opened, the program will print error for opening the video file. We used the print function inside the conditional if statement here, inside the indented body for the conditional if statement, to print out this string data type. You will see this string data type if the file is not opened. You will see error for opening the video file. After that, let's create a while loop to read the video until that video is completed. as you can see exactly the while loop, and in between the parentheses of that loop new capture is opened. That value is equal to true in that case, because that function called is opened returns true if video capturing has been initialized already. And you can see inside the body of that loop the returning capturing then frame is equal to new capture.read to read that video file until that video file is completed. That's it, easily and simply. You can see a conditional if statement here inside the while loop after read and also frame is equal to new capture.read to read the video file. If read is equal to true, we use the function from the CV2 library in that case, and look inside the parentheses of that function. You will see two arguments. This function is used to display an image or a video in a window. The window automatically fits to the image size, and that function has two arguments here. The first one will be the window name, and the second one will be the image or the frame, as you can see. For capturing frame by frame, we used read, frame is equal to new capture and the read function to capture frame by frame for our video, and after that the conditional if statement. And look inside the conditional if statement, we used ImShow function, and this is used to display the resulting frame for our video. Now it's time to exit by using the Q button. Let's create another conditional if statement in order to press Q on the keyboard to exit from the video. You can see the conditional if statement here using the if statement or the if keyword followed by the test expression, which is CV2, the name of the library, followed by the dot notation, followed by the function with key, and 25 milliseconds inside the parentheses of that function, and the AND operator, the logical AND operator. Then OXFF is equal to the order function or the ORD function, and after that Q in between the parentheses of the ORD function, and that is the test expression. And if the test expression for the conditional if statement in that case is true, the program will break using the break statement here inside the body of that conditional if statement. Now let's discuss these concepts for the conditional if statement for the test expression or the condition for that conditional if statement. Look inside that test expression, you will see the ORD function, ORD Q in between the parentheses. This is to return the Unicode code point of Q, and the function called waitKey from the CVT library is used to return a 32-bit integer corresponding to the pressed key. And also after that you will see AND OXFF. This is a bit mask which sets the left 24 bits to 0, because the ORD function returns a value between 0 and 255. Since your keyboard only has a limited character set, therefore once the mask is applied, it's then possible to check if it's the corresponding key. So once you hit Q, the Q key from the keyboard, the program will close the video. After that, you need to add the else statement inside the while loop to break that loop. That's it, simply. You can see the else statement, and inside the body or the indented body of the else statement, the break statement to break that loop if the previous condition for the conditional if statement is false. Finally, we need to call two useful functions. We need to call the release function for the new capture to release that video when everything is completed, and also we need to call the destroy all windows function to close all frames after all of that. You can see here we used the release function or the release method, and this method should only be called in the locked state. It changes the state to unlocked and returns immediately. You need to call that function only after the name of the variable new capture. Refers to cv2.videoCapture to capture our video file from the current location. And don't forget to put an empty parenthesis or an empty braces for the calling of that function release. Finally, the calling of the destroy all windows function. You can see that function is from the cv2 library simply, and that function simply destroys all the windows we created. So to destroy our all frames here in this example, to destroy the video frames, just use that function exactly as you can see. That's it, simply from the cv2 library, call that function after the dot notation at the end of that player, at the end of that program for the video player. Now you need to run that program to show or to open that video file here, to open the fun mp4 video file. Now hit shift enter or shift return or use the run button to run that program or to execute it, and you will see it will play the video file. That's it, simply. You can see here our video file is opened simply, and you can hit Q to close that video file without any problems. That's it, simply. Try to do this by yourself to open any video file, and don't forget to put the extension of the video file. Now it's time to summarize all what we did here in this lesson. First of all, we installed the OpenCV library using this command pip install opencv-python. And after installing that library using that command here, we imported it using the import statement, import cv2. And we used a function to capture our video file from the current location using a function called video capture from the cv2 library. And we assigned it to a variable called new capture to use that variable in our program simply without any problem. And after that, to check if the file opens successfully, we used a conditional if statement. And you can see inside the conditional if statement condition or the test expression new capture dot is opened is equal to false. If the file is not opened successfully, the program will give you error for opening the video file. We created that conditional if statement here. And also for reading the video to complete, we created a while loop as you can see simply, and that while loop, the test expression for that while loop is new capture dot is opened, and that condition is true in that case. So returning capture and frame is equal to new capture, the name of the variable, read to read that video file. And we created a conditional if statement inside the indented body of the while loop, and that conditional if statement condition is returning is equal to true or ret is equal to true as you can see. In that case, we used imshow function with the two arguments, and that function is used to display an image or a frame in a window. That's it, simply. It has two arguments. The first one is the window name, and the second one is the image or the frame name or the video name as you can see. And also we have another conditional if statement after that to press Q to exit from our video simply. And the else statement after that to break this video or to break this program if all the previous conditions are false. That's it, easily. And to release when everything is completed, we used the release method for the new capture variable, refers to the fun mp4 video we imported or we opened. After that, we used a function. Finally, we used a function called destroy all windows function from the cv2 library, and that function is used to destroy or to close all the windows we created or to close all the frames we created. This is our simple program here. Try to do this by yourself, and if you need any help, please ask me and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again next lesson.